It's about diving deep into your dreams and exploring the future. Let's embrace this opportunity to learn, grow, and make new connections.
Hello everyone, my name is Jad Turkey, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to our annual career fair. Today is about opportunities, inspiration, and discovering where your passions can take you. Let's make the most of this day together.
Hello everyone, I'm Noor Abawash. Think of this career fair as a blank canvas, where each conversation and session adds a stroke to your masterpiece. Explore every booth, follow your curiosity, and let this day help shape your tomorrow.
Greetings everyone, I'm Abdullah Miqati and I'm excited to kick off today's event. This career fair is about unlocking your potential and seeing the possibilities that await you. Engage with our guests, ask questions, and remember, your aspirations can take you to great heights.
Good morning everyone, I'm Ruqayya Fayyad. Let's approach today with enthusiasm and purpose. The insights you gain, the people you meet, they are the stepping stones to your future. Engage, learn, and make this day count.
Good morning, I'm Najm Abu Khair. On behalf of all of us, I want to thank our teachers, staff, and professionals for making this day possible. Your experiences are a gift, and we're honored to learn from you guys.
Esteemed attendees, I'm Jude Bayado, and I hope the connections you build today will help align your passions with your purpose. Welcome everyone to the Ihsan Career Fair.
قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب.
Lastly, I would like to thank all of our faculty members and the students of the Student Council and Psychology Union for bringing this event to life. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this event.
Today I'm talking about medicine because I'm a doctor, and everyone always says medicine, you will cry so much, you will spend most of your years crying so much. You know, this is right actually, but what they don't tell you about is that maybe you're gonna cry because of different things. Yes, some days you're gonna cry because the exams are so much and studying are so much, so many books you need to read, so many nights you cannot sleep, so many outings you cannot enjoy, and so many food you're gonna hate and feel disgusted when you see after you go to laboratories and see microbiology or other things. But you will also cry when you see someone in pain and you give him a medication and he tells you, thank you so much, I feel so much better. And you will cry also when you look at your parents or you look at someone in your society who looks up for you, helping other people. You will cry so much. You will cry when you see and know about the creation of God in our bodies, human bodies, which is so astonishing. Every chapter later on you're gonna read, it's gonna be mind-blowing. So yes, you're gonna cry a lot, but don't let the story of other people be your story. You have the ability to write your own story and decide what you're gonna cry for. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna tell you about medicine as a major and as a career later on, but through my story. I'm a Lebanese doctor, 32 years old. I come from a very small village on the Syrian-Lebanese border, on the Lebanese side. And we lived in Beirut, so when I graduated, how I chose medicine was so interesting, you know? My parents chose it for me. And they beat me so much to go into medicine because I was the first in class. I loved reading, I loved studying, I loved to go to school. I played so little video games, so it was a no-brainer, medicine, yeah? Or engineering for that fact. But actually, when I went into medicine, I fell in love every day more and more with this amazing major. I started my journey in LAU which is one of the top universities not only in Lebanon but the Middle East. And so medicine goes like this. There are two most famous ways or programs to study medicine. The first one is the American one, which I did, and it's 2 parts. Total 7 years, 3 years of medicine, 3 years, of pre-med, where you can do biology, chemistry, biochemistry, biomedical lab, nutrition, and some other things, which gives you the advantage because you can later change after 3 years if you change your opinion, or you can stop, or you can do more things, or you can go and pursue medicine. And then 4 years of medicine, which I did in the Gilbert and Rosemary Shabouli School of Medicine, also at LAU. And after you finish those 7 years, you are a medical doctor. And when you're an MD, you can open your clinic and do medicine, prescribe medications for people, treat people, or you can go furthermore and do training, which we call residency. And residency can be very different.
What kept you motivated and helped you balance being a doctor with your interest in entrepreneurship?
So, as I said, medicine is a life knowledge, and when you go into medicine, you learn so many things from doctors, from patients, from books, and after you graduate, you have the ability to do many things. You are a doctor, you have an advantage to go into entrepreneurship in medical things.
Myself, I'm Al-Mulki. I'm originally from Syria, and Syrians how they face of problems during this life. And finally, alhamdulillah, we got our freedom. Now Syria is free, and we hope we get this. Was there, and I was arrested for many days. Even I witness of that. I have video about it on YouTube. But I did not stop. I moved to Saudi Arabia. After 2 years, I got my high school, and I came here you can imagine, in 1984, I came to Turkey to try to enroll in Turkish universities. There was, I think they call it now, use. Yes, I admit to use in Ankara, but I did not love Turkey at that time. It was very old country, and it was not favored for me. I came back to Syria and I enrolled in mechanical engineering. Why I chose mechanical engineering? First, I love math. Math is the key word for all kind of engineering fields and even science fields. Mechanical engineering, I can call it one is the mother of all everything in the life, or for all kind of sciences. Even this mic which I use now, you need mechanical engineer to help you to manufacture it. Even the clothes you wear, the shoes you wear, everything need in mechanical engineering to help you to do it. In 1982, I moved to Saudi Arabia, as I said. I got my high school from there. I came back to Syria to study mechanical engineering in Syria. I finished mechanical engineering in Syria in 1989. But I moved to Saudi Arabia to work there. I worked for 10 years in Saudi Arabia, but that was not only my passion. I was able to move myself more and more. So I moved to United States. I enrolled in Dulles Technological University. It's one of top 50 universities in the United States. I continue to get my bachelor's degree again and my master's degree in manufacturing engineering systems. Manufacturing engineering systems will help you to, I think, to improve your knowledge in the industry field and also to be a manager and leader in the industrial fields. There, in the United States, I got many experiences in the modern industry, and I came back to Syria to apply that to my country. You should have the patience to, not only for yourself, also for your society. If you don't have something in your mind, what I have to do for my future, or to my society, or to my community, that will be really not good.
What industries or sectors offer the most opportunities for mechanical engineers right now?
Right now. So, for the mechanical engineers, there are many fields over there. For the mechanical engineers now, with the new AI, you can make many things. Now, automotive industries, as I said, all factories in the world related or need mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering also related to power. You can make power generation, new power generation methods. You can also think about medical instruments. All kind of instruments, all kind of industries need the mechanical engineers. Though even we call industrial engineering, but all related to mechanical engineering.
Thank you so much. And the students would also love to know what skills or subjects should our students focus on during their studies to succeed in mechanical engineering?
Math, I say. Okay. Math, number 1, number 2 math, number 3 math. Math is very, very important. When you are good in math, you will be really very good engineer. So please think about math, concentrate on math, and do your best homework on math.
Thank you so much. And lastly, we have, would you recommend this field for today's youth?
To?
Today's youth.
Yes, for sure. I still recommend this. I love this, and so I still recommend it. And my 3 kids are engineers. One is environmental engineer, and one is a biomedical engineer, and one is architect.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Your achievements and experiences in both engineering and management are truly inspiring and add great value to our career fair.
I extend an invitation to the management team to thank Mr. Khadoum with us.
I think she contacted me. Today I'll try to do my best to tell about the psychology, but specifically, of course, the clinical psychology. So maybe to start with what's the psychology. Psychology, actually, I think most of you maybe we can say, when you heard the psychology, so psychology comes as a clinical psychology, but it's not just clinical psychology. Psychology is a vast field and is a scientific area, just focus on the biological, social, environmental factors that influence how people act, think, feel, and we work on these topics. And counseling psychology is part of the school psychology. Actually, generally, counseling psychologists specialize to train being a teacher as a counseling teachers. Generally, they works at the schools. And sports psychology is another area of psychology. Actually, these psychologists work with the athletes and in sports area, and they actually work on their improvement on the athletes' mental health. Also, another area for the psychology, forensic psychology. This is the area we work in the law settings. Work with the criminals and work with the courts, prosecutors. So this is another interesting area. And another areas, developmental psychology, we work with different population and examine doing research, the developmental journey of the individuals actually. This area start to focus on from the pregnancy to elderly people, so it's different area and focus on the developmental settings. So I'm the older one, but I just observed all, went through my family, going to psychiatrists, getting diagnosis. You observe your brother, he actually has some difficulties for something. If you don't know, the autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder. The individuals with autism show difficulties in social interaction, show some repetitive behavior, show some restricted interest, and it's a spectrum. So some individuals have intellectual disability also, but my brother, thanks to Allah, there is no intellectual disability. He's going to normal school, inclusive students we call them, and but the main thing why I chose psychology, I observed something in my brother. He actually he has some skills better than me. That's the interesting part for me because he has excellent memory, he is excellent to focus on the attention to details, and it's actually like why he can do that and why I can't. But also I can do something but he can't. So I actually try to examine this area, and it's of course related to neuroscience, cognitive psychology and clinical psychology, and I end up with the psychology. This is my journey why I choose, but of course I think all of you will have some maybe bias I choose these careers, but this is my journey and I
I'm Abdurrahman Musiolo. I'm a first-year student in Yildiz Technique University, Industrial Engineering.
And I'm Qaisar Jaja, studying dentistry in Bashish University as a first-year student.
So first of all, I want to talk about my university. My university is one of the best-ranked universities in Turkey and in the world. It's ranked about 900 worldwide, and in Turkey it's the third on engineering. It's a university, it's a public university that you can apply to through their website and can gain access to it by doing the SATs or the YOS exam. Other than that, you can do the YKS if you have the Turkish nationality, and it's a really good university in business administration if you want to go, and all engineering programs there are one of the best in Turkey and worldwide.
I'm going to talk directly about dentistry. In dentistry, most people think that they need to focus only on the practical part, but also the theoretical part is also important as the practical part, because when you master the theoretical part, it will guide you to do the practical part. Also, another thing that you need to consider is that you need to practice on yourself continuously on the practical skills. You can't rely only on the university. It only give you the key concepts to the knowledge, and then you will depend on yourself when practicing on working practically.
As my friend said, university is not just about listening to lectures and going to university. University is a different world from the school. In school, you just need to attend the class, listen to a teacher, and do your assignments and things. You will pass and you might get a full mark. University is a different world. It's totally different. For example, if you're listening to lectures and doing your homeworks and doing your studies well, you will get a good grade, but not a full mark. In university, probably most of the time you won't get a full mark, but the grading system is different in university. Most of the time, it's depending on the university, but according to the curriculum, most of the universities rank like the passing grade is from 40 or 50. Unlike the school here. But the exams there are really hard, and listening to the lectures is not enough. So you have to study on your own and do your own studies at home, and you might ask help from other students that understood the subject or your seniors in college. And that's an important part. you need to know people that went to the same studies that you're going to study. For example, if you're planning to go to industrial engineering like I was, I looked for someone that studied the same major and asked him all the questions I wanted to ask. So this is an important part in your stage of going to university. So I really recommend that you find someone in your major and the university that you want to go to and ask him all these questions.
As a dental student, the dental student life is a little different. You need to be always one step forward in the university. You need to study from external resources other than university. You can find the board curriculums and study from it. So when you come to the next years, you are ready with this knowledge, and you can be an extraordinary dentist. The difference between two dentists is not the practical work only, it's the theoretical knowledge. So when you get extra knowledge from outside, it will be better for you.
Would you say that the extra years spent studying medicine is worth it rather than gaining experience with lesser years of studying in engineering?
Specializing in medicine and dentistry is very important because when you graduate, you will be a general doctor. And there are about 500,000 dental students and doctors in the Middle East. So if you want to put yourself apart from them, you need to specialize in something. You need to think about everything and everything about one thing to be extraordinary in it.
I'm not studying medicine and I'm not in the position to tell you this, but for studying medicine is not just about getting a degree and finishing your studies and starting to work. Medicine is a different story from any other field. It's saving lives and doing good for the world. It's a different story. So if you're gonna look at it from this way, it's way beneficial than other fields, in my opinion.
My name is Muhammad Ishami. I have a PhD in finance and banking. I have more than 23 years experience in accounting and financial management. I worked for more than 10 years in Syria and 10 years in Turkey. I worked in the largest banks in Syria. In Turkey, I worked with local and international organizations like GIZ, and also building markets, Spark, Core Istanbul, Bina, and others. Also, I passed with the certified public accountant in Syria, and also lead auditor in Ireland. I have my own company. You can now write Kunuz Global at YouTube. Could you please write Kunuz Global. Also in Turkey, I provided training for more than 5,000 from investors and business owners and accountants and financial managers here in Turkey, specialized in taxation system. You know that there are a lot of people here come to Turkey and the business fails. Why? You know why? Why? Some of the reasons? Taxes. Because here in Turkey there are a lot of taxes. So tax is very important in countries like Turkey and America and Europe, for example. So it's very important. Also, I have a master in financial market and postgraduate in auditing. I studied at the Faculty of Economics. His profit is just how much? 100. And here, 200. Who said Muhammad? Again? Please stand. Who said Muhammad is better? Stand. Nobody? Why? Explain. The same category, the same sector, the same country, the same risk, everything is the same. But the different any profit. Answer please. Why?
Because maybe in the future his company grow up.
No, we are talking about this time. What the difference between profit and profitability? Now I will ask Hala, how much is your capital invested in this company last year?
2 million.
2 million, the capital, 2 million, she put money, 2 million, and get
200K.
200K. Second, academic and professional certification. I will explain for you later on about it's very important to get some certification after university.
So, when I joined the Cross-Cultural Communication Center, first, I came to the mosque and I was sitting next to my friend, and he was talking to a tourist. Basically, he was explaining to him some information about Islam. I was very new, I didn't understand very well what he's doing. But then, surprisingly, one Chinese couple, they came in. The woman went to the bookshelf. We have a bookshelf in our mosque. There is some Qurans, brochures about Islam. She went to discover, but the man came in and he interrupted us and he wanted to sit with us. So since I was new, I didn't know what to tell him, but my friend told him, okay, you can join. So when he joined us, he was listening to my friend explaining some information about Islam to the tourist, as I told you. Then the tourist went, he left. But the Chinese man wanted to stay in and he told us that the conversation was interesting, even that he didn't ask any question. So my friend continued with him for 15-20 minutes, and then suddenly he wanted to become Muslim. I was very surprised. He just heard some conversation and then he asked some question and he wanted to become Muslim. But this is not the most important thing, or the most exciting part. The woman, she was still looking at the bookshelf at the mosque. Actually, we were in Süleymaniye Mosque, one of the most authentic mosques in Istanbul, in Fatih area. And then she came in, and I wanted to talk with her. I felt that she's interesting. But what I found is that she doesn't speak English, and I don't speak Chinese. I didn't learn it yet. So what I did is that. I was thinking what to do, I was very new, so I opened Google Translate. Okay, so I said, I will write in English and she will see in Chinese and we can make conversation. And after 15-20 minutes, she wrote for me in Google Translate that she wants to become Muslim. I was very surprised, first time happens to me. So today, I want to share with you one of the most noble jobs which is the job of the prophets. So first, before we dive in details, I want to introduce to you Kim and the Mosque Dawah. Next slide, please. So who are we? We are a cross-cultural communication center. We are 2 minutes walking from Süleymaniye Mosque. As you see here, we have volunteers from everywhere. It's an international school here. It's an international center there. From different countries, different cultures. As its name says, cross-cultural communication centers. Next slide. So what we do, basically, we do da'wah. And I think most of you, or everyone from you, know what does it mean, da'wah. Da'wah basically is conveying the message of Islam to non-Muslims. Next. So as I told you, we do da'wah, for example, in the mosque, like you see here, someone is doing da'wah to two tourists, standing, sitting, people are looking for tablets. There is, millions of tourists who come to Turkey every year. There is 50 million tourists come to Turkey every year in the average. And in Süleymaniye Mosque, exactly, there is thousands of of tourists who come to the mosque every month. So our volunteers there, they speak different languages. Most of them they speak English, but there is more. Some of them they speak Spanish, French, Chinese, German, and they approach tourists there and they explain to them the message of Islam. But are they all know everything about Islam? No. Everyone is trying to do his best.
ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إني من المسلمين. When I saw this verse, I was like, wow, who could be better than the one who calls to Islam and does good things? I was like, yeah, I'm a Muslim, I do good things, but how do I call somebody to Islam? So I thought, there's a problem with me calling people to Islam, because when I tell somebody to do something, they're like, why? And I give them an explanation, they're like, That's just my Muslim brothers and sisters. How am I going to call someone who's not a Muslim, I thought? So I went into reading the Quran. So I read the Quran and then I'll try go out and practicing. But then I'll get these questions I don't know how to answer. For example, they'll say, you say God is just, why is he putting people who do all good things into Jahannam? Okay, I was like, okay, fine. I shouldn't say that one, let me use the next one. So I started going on YouTube and looking at those da'is, street da'i people, and they were like having like these clashes with people. And I was like, no, I can't clash with people. So I was like, God help me. And subhanAllah, I tumbled across a brother in one day I was in a lesson. He said, there's this waqf called Kim, and they teach you how to become a da'i. And I was like, all right, great, how do we do this? So I applied online, I had an interview, and after the interview they said to me, you passed, now you need to do this module. So there is module stage you go through where they give you videos to watch, and the video takes you step by step, in your own pace. Who would like to be part of this ayah? Who would like to be part of this ayah? Who is better than the one who calls to Allah? And there's good things. Guys, you know, interestingly, when I started calling people to Islam, I thought that I'm going to be teaching them, but I actually started learning things along the way. I started learning that it's not about just giving dawah in the masjid, it's about giving dawah everywhere. Even when I go to the market, how can I get the brother to say to him, are you praying? You know you should pray, you know you're going to die. He's like, yeah, I say, you pray? No. You believe in La ilaha illallah? Yeah. You believe in Yawm al-Qiyamah? Yeah. You believe that you're going to be held accountable? Yeah. You don't pray? How am I going to do this? How am I going to ask these kind of people that they should be doing things as we Muslims should do? So this started taking me beyond.
Hello everyone, this is Yazid Yassin. I'm a computer engineering student on my fourth year, and today I'm going to be speaking about computer engineering in general and IT. So by the show of hands, how many of you are seniors in this school? Seniors, graduating this year. How many of you are juniors? Graduating next year. Juniors? Anything lower than that? Perfect. So I guess by now you're at the part or at the stage of your lives where you are going to be choosing what you're going to take as a major for university. I think everyone is planning to go for university, right? That's perfect. So first of all, can we go next? I'm going to share a bit of my experience, and then I'm going to explain what computer engineering is and a couple of things as well. My main field of experience is computer networks. I worked back in 2020 in KSA as a CCTV field technician. And that's where I got my on-hands experience on CCTV, networking, and some part of physical cybersecurity. Afterwards, I have worked as a technical support troubleshooting and help desk. It's basically a call center where people or basically old people call you and tell you their problems. So the most frequent solution you're going to be giving is to restart the computer. Next, I worked as a CCTV and networking field expert. After years of experience, I became an expert with more on-hands experience in the field. Finally, over here in Istanbul, Turkey, I was able to secure a job for a company named Reboot Monkey, which is based in Netherlands, and I was a data center engineer. I'm still working at the company till the moment, and the way the company works is that it's contracted. So I don't have to be there all the time, I don't have to be there for any type of shifts. They just call me when they need me. And before that, before talking about computer engineering, I'd like to share one of my best hobbies, let's say, and it's robotics. Does anybody of you know robotics? Or have you tried robotics before? What type of robotics have you tried? Arduino? Something else? Okay.
What are the subjects we need to focus on to do engineering?
Engineering in general or computer engineering?
Computer engineering.
Okay. In school subjects, you have to focus on everything. After finishing your school, you can start your courses depending on what you wanna major in.
Is my voice clear? Come here. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Tasmir. I graduated from university this year and pursuing my master's degree in neuroscience, focusing on PTSD and trauma. I'm Syrian, by the way. That's how I inspired in this disorder. Can you go to the next slide? So starting with why I chose the bioengineering. Firstly, during my high school life, I was thinking about studying dentistry, but then I changed my thoughts to discover this new field. What is bioengineering? The bioengineering is an interdisciplinary field that using the biology and the engineering tools to develop solutions for healthcare, medicine, and biotechnology. Like it's the using of engineering tools and improving it to treat diseases or disorders by using these technologies. So it's a connection. It includes too many fields such as the mathematics, statistics, chemistry, biomedical engineering, physics, material science, chemical engineering, and computer science. So during your university life, you need to focus on all of these subjects, especially the physics and the calculus ones, because in the third or fourth year, you will find yourself using them, and as much as you build yourself stronger in the foundations of it, you will find it easier in the next years. So during the university life or during the courses that you will take, you will have courses such as the biomaterial science, which is especially used in medical devices to design devices like pacemakers, artificial limbs, and hearing aids. Also, we have the tissue engineering, which is developing an artificial organs to transfer it from someone to other or to regenerate damaged tissue. As well, you will have genetic engineering courses. Like all the courses that I'm mentioning now are the ones that you need to select from the too many open courses in the university. So the genetic engineering are specialized in modifying DNA, RNA, and developing them in a way that you prefer or a way that you desire.
I would like to add something else. Tasneem was my student when she was grade 6, and now I am so glad to see her.
Because today we welcome you to the Kahoot. And we welcome you to our Kahoot competition where you will be competing to win prizes. We will test you on the knowledge you have accrued thus far. Please make sure to remain focused, as you will be competing against everyone else here.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Last question. This will decide who gets it. I think we already have our winner. We already know the winner. Okay. Hi Huz, unfortunately, is in third place still. What year of university is tested, Judge? I think.
It's literally second.
Ooh. First year freshman. All right. Now let's see the podium. In third to Muhammad Salah. 400 tele to Muhammad Salah. 400 tele. 3 water bottles worth. A loaf of bread.
Have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing where your journey takes you. Thank you.